Hey, Flosstube, Sean here. Finally back to you with Flosstube 14. I know I said in Flosstube number 13 that I was going to try to be filming every couple of weeks, and that kind of went to the wayside. I kind of spent July trying to focus on reading and movies and film, the kind of the film part of the channel, which I didn't really do, and I didn't really read much. I mean, I read a lot, just not. I was all over the place in different things. I actually only finished one book in July, but I've got a lot more focus already this month. And I was playing around with my stitching some, and I wasn't really sure. I had progress to show, but I was doing a lot of playing around, and a few times when I was going to film a video, the time to do so kind of went away from me. So yeah, that's kind of why I didn't get another one up until now. But I do want to get more consistent with the Flosstube content. I know I've been asked to be a bit more consistent with it. And I need to be, because the larger part of my subscriber base is I know for a fact is from Flosstube. So let's get into it. This is going to be kind of what I've worked on since Flosstube number 13. I've gotten a few things, and I got a new start, and I still have fabric for one more new start that I haven't decided on yet. I've kind of got a new way I'm playing with things. I'm kind of doing some Arbitrary August. I was kind of doing that a little bit beforehand, only it wasn't August, but I'll explain a little bit. So I put all of my whips that I'm actively working on, which is still a lot, into a Tiny Decisions wheel on the Tiny Decisions app. And I was doing a thing for a while, for probably a couple of weeks, and I was having a lot of fun with it, where I was spinning the wheel, and whatever it landed on, I was putting around 100 stitches in, and then I'd spin the wheel again, and then I'd put another 100 stitches into whatever the wheel landed on. If it was the same thing, then that thing got another 100 stitches, and again, I would spin the wheel again. I would only let the same thing happen twice. And it was just a lot of fun. It put some variety into what I was working on. But then I just kind of got directionless, and I spent the last couple of weeks of July not really stitching at all. Kind of lost my stitchy bug, and then I had an idea about a way to stitch, and I'll show it to you here in a minute. But that's kind of what I was playing around with. So I've got a lot of projects to show. In fact, they're kind of all piled up here, where I've put like maybe 100 to 400 stitches into it because it landed on the wheel. But that's been a lot of fun. So that's kind of what I'm doing with Arbitrary August, is spinning that wheel in the morning, and then putting minimum 100 stitches into whatever the wheel lands on for that day. And then I have kind of a focus project I'm working on right now too. So without further ado, my new start, and a bit of haul that I also need to show. I also need to put this thing of floss away. And on this one, my cat got a hold of the bobbin, so it's all chewed up. I've been tucking my bobbins when I do them. When I grab them, I've been tucking them into the grime guard, because if I leave it out and I walk away to go to the bathroom, one of my cats, one specific cat, Ginger, she's got a sixth sense, and she gets it, and I come back from the bathroom, and it's half unraveled on the floor, and the bobbin is chewed up. But so first off, I'll show a little bit of haul while I'm doing this, because the haul is in use on things. So I did in order. I need grime guards bad. I need project bags bad too. I don't have zero. I still use these Ziploc bags, and I gotta start. I gotta start buying some project bags, and using those instead of these Ziploc bags. And but you know those cost anywhere from $20 to $40, so that's going to be a slow process. And I have thought, and this is something I know I'm going off on a tangent here, but this is something I wanted to get opinion on too. I have thought over the past couple of years, about getting a sewing machine myself. I've had an interest in learning to sew a little bit. It would be helpful in my theater endeavors, to help out with altering costumes and stuff if I knew how to sew. And I've also thought, I could start making my own project bags and my own grime guards if I had a sewing machine. So my question for you out there is, I don't know where to start with a sewing machine. I look at things, but I don't know what's a good beginner level sewing machine that would basically just allow me to make project bags and grime guards for myself, and maybe even eventually, if I enjoy doing it enough, or I have extra things, that I could maybe even start selling them myself. But I need direction on what is a good beginner sewing machine. So sewers out there, project bag makers, hit me up and let me know what you think is a good beginner sewing machine for somebody who has only used a sewing machine a few times in their life. I've made, even a couple years ago, I did a little thing at a con, and I made a pillowcase. So I'm not unfamiliar with how a sewing machine works, but I don't have really a lot of experience with it. So I just need to know what's a good starting off sewing machine that's going to allow me to make project bags and grime guards, and maybe alter clothes here and there for theater, but that's less of a priority for me than the project bags and grime guards. Okay, so that being said, I ordered some grime guards from Lollipop Stitches Etsy shop. Lollipop Stitches, she's a floss tuber. She's got an Etsy shop, and I ordered a few of her grime guards, and she even sent me an extra one because one of the ones I had ordered she didn't think she had in stock, so she made me a new one based off of some of my interests, and then even sent me a couple of needle minders for the hassle. And then when she was getting the fabric for the one she was making me to replace the one she didn't think she had, she found the one she had, so she still made me the one she said she was going to make. So I ended up getting four grime guards for the price of 3 plus 2 needle minders, and it was just fantastic of her. If you haven't checked out Lollipop Stitches channel, and I'm sure you have, then check out her channel. I will link it below, and I will also link her Etsy shop below. Give her some business, because that was fantastic. She didn't have to do that, and that was fantastic of her, and I greatly appreciate it. So this is one of the grime guards that I purchased from her, Wonder Woman grime guard. And then this is one of the, I haven't started using this one yet, needle minders she sent me, because I need needle minders too. It says "You Go Goal." And then on this project, actually, is the other needle minder she sent me. Let me get these needles off. And that's just fantastic. I love that. Dropping shit. Okay, so I have a new start. It is a Charting Creations. It's from Charting Creations. I'm doing it on 28 count even weave. It is called Scotty, Goddess of the North, If you follow me on Instagram, I've been posting about this the past few days, and I've also been posting my Arbitrary August stuff on Instagram. So make sure you're following me on Instagram, because I'm going to be posting my Arbitrary August stuff daily on Instagram. I'm trying to get more active on that. So this is Scotty, Goddess of the North. I absolutely love this design. And I had started this one up in the corner like I normally do. Started with diagonal up in the corner. And then I had this weird thought one day. Because I get one of the things I get down about is I don't ever get... because I've got so many pieces and I'm working on so many pieces that I don't get very far into any of them. So I tend to be in the background a lot. And I don't get to anything recognizable, and that sometimes starts to frustrate me that I'm not getting into it. That I'm mostly, whatever I'm stitching on, I'm mostly stitching on background. I'm not getting into anything recognizable. And then I just had this thought, why am I doing diagonal from a corner and just coming down? If I did diagonal the other way, I'd do a long diagonal, and then I'd go through different parts of the picture, and I would get into things. I would get into things quicker that would become recognizable, like people and stuff. And it might make me enjoy. It might bring back my stitchy bug and make me more excited about stitching again. And it has. And so I'll show you on this. So I still got it attached to the. So you can see. So this is where I'm at with it. I'm going all the way down, and I'm into the last page now of where this diagonal is going. So I'm going to hit the end of this diagonal soon. You see, I started up here. I was doing a 20 wide diagonal going this way, and then I just had this thought. So what my initial thought was what if I did a long diagonal this way, and then I did a short diagonal this way, and then I did another long diagonal this way, and then a short diagonal this way, and just alternated doing that. But I have enjoyed working on this long diagonal so much. Like right in here, you can see I'm into her already. This is her chest area, and then right down here is the edge of her arm. This is the bow that she's holding right here, and then now we're going down into those mountains in the background. And just below those mountains, like right down here, the next one or two diagonals I do down this way, I'm going to get to that wolf right there. So that is why this doesn't look like it starts right in this corner, because it doesn't. My thought was I had done the diagonal this way, so I was going to start with this long diagonal and then do another diagonal this way. But I think now what I'm going to do is when I finish this diagonal, I'm going to do two more down this way, get that one that goes from the corner and then the one under it. And then I'm just going to start alternating back and forth on the long diagonal. Now, this is all dependent on if I don't get major lines doing this. This is kind of a tester on this, but I don't think I'm going to, because I don't get major lines when I do normal diagonal stitching this way, just the normal way. And I have done on Outer Frontier, I've done that long diagonal on Outer Frontier that I've shown in previous ones, and then I've worked my way towards that diagonal, and I've even gone past that diagonal in a couple of spots on the other side of it, and I don't have lines there, so I think I'm going to be okay. But yeah, I've really enjoyed doing this long diagonal, because, like I said, I'm getting into recognizable parts of the piece faster. So I'm in background for a while, but then I'm in her, and then I'm going to be in one of the wolves, and so I'm kind of starting to work other things I pick up into that method, because I'm just loving working on it like that, and I feel, and I'm stitching faster that way too, because I'm stitching left to right. I stitch left to right in the diagonal this way too, but this way, this makes more sense to me, left to right, and then continuing going down this. It just makes more sense to my brain. So that is Scotty, Goddess of the North. from Charting Creations. I actually bought a few more Charting Creations patterns when I bought that one that I really like, and I need to start doing ones that aren't Haid. Because I like Haid, but Haid is not the be-all, end-all. And there's other companies out there. I even have a few Artisy designs that I haven't started yet because I just keep starting my Haids. I did not bring tea or water down with me at all. My wife was going to have rehearsal for a play tonight, and it got canceled. And it kind of just threw me off my game a little bit in preparing to come down and do this. So that's that, and I'm going to put more into that tonight. Yesterday, the Arbitrary August spin landed on Inner Depths, and I showed this on my Instagram. So this is where I am at with this, and this is right here is what I did for yesterday's Inner Depths. No, not yesterday's. 2 days ago. Inner Depth spin. See how I kind of went from this corner on Pattern Keeper, saw where it came out at, and I just started working on that diagonal there. And that's going to be good because I'm going to go into a bit of black here, and then I'm going to start going across her, and I didn't show you what that looks like. So this is Inner Depths. I do the max color on this, which is 150 colors, roughly 130, I think, somewhere around there. But this is Chris Ortega, Heaven and Earth Designs. So that makes me more excited on this one, and the one I'm going to be really excited about. I'll go ahead and show it next, even though it's not next in the pile. Put these up here. This is Stolen Harvest by artwork by Annie Stegg, Heaven and Earth Designs. This is the artwork. So I've been in a lot of black on this. There's a full page of black and then another half page of black, and I wasn't picking up a lot because it was all black. So I did the same thing. I got the spin, and then I went from this corner and saw, and it actually came out in a really nice spot right where this diagonal met. So it was really nice and easy to figure out. And then I just started working this diagonal, and right here, and here, we start throwing in some other colors. We get some 3371 and some 3799 in here. That's going to be nice to have some not black. And then I get those colors filled in here. I get those colors filled in here. And then I have no black for a little bit. And then I go into another chunk of black. But it's going to be really nice, and it's exciting. The prospect of picking it up again is exciting now, knowing that I'm not going to be in black forever. And I've seen people using these things on videos. Freaking game changer. I mean, bunch up the fabric, throw these magnetic ties on there. One of the best purchases ever. I see people using different colors of them and stuff, and I looked them up, and God, that's working so well. Makes the grime guard so much easier to put on. So yeah, that's Stolen Harvest. This was yesterday's Arbitrary August spin. And then today's Arbitrary August spin, which will be on my Instagram. Well, today as I'm recording this, tomorrow as you're seeing this, if you check my Instagram, this will be my Arbitrary August piece. And this is another one of the grime guards that I got from Lollipop Stitches. This is one of the ones I ordered. Trick or Treat. Really, really cool design. Love it. And this is something I haven't touched all year. I haven't touched it since like last fall. And this is the Witch's Familiar SAL. This, oh, I forget what shop this is from on Etsy. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. But this is where I'm at with this. I had done the center page, and then all this black from here is what I put into it today. It's roughly 150 stitches that I put into it of black today. I don't have a completed image of what this looks like. Oh, I'm not signed in. I cleared cookies from my computer a week or two ago, and it logged me out of some stuff. Yeah, so it was nice to work on this again. I'm gonna leave this grind guard off. So let me check my orders, my purchase history, and get that shop for you. It is from the Ingleside Imaginarium Etsy shop, the Witch's Familiar SAL, which obviously I'm very behind on because it's done over with long ago. So the next thing I have to show you, that's it on Arbitrary August spins, because I just kind of realized Monday that it was Arbitrary August. I saw Sarah Stitchin' Mommy's video on Monday and went, oh yeah, it is Arbitrary August. So next one, I keep calling this Cheese Shop. It's actually called Cheese Delivery, from Pain Free Crafts, artwork by Chris Dunn. And this is where I'm at with this. Starting to see a cheese wheel there. And again, I'm probably like right in here is if I went to this long diagonal, it would go right there. I'm thinking about doing it, because I just really love going through all the different parts. But yeah, I think I was like about right here the last time you saw this, so I've put a decent amount of work into this since you saw it last. And this is another one of the grime guards I got from Lollipop Stitches. This is one of the third one that I ordered. The next one I show you will be the one that she made for. No, I tell a lie. There's another one I ordered down here. That's right, I ordered 4 and ended up getting 5. Yeah, that's right. No, I don't think this one was from Lollipop Stitches. I think this one was from someplace else. I have my Etsy open right here. Yes, this one was from Silver Moon Sewing. There's another Etsy shop that I get a lot of grime guards from. So, apologies. This Trick or Treat one is not, or Halloween one is not from Lollipop Stitches, but this one, the Chip and Dale one, is. So I have one more that I purchased from Lollipop Stitches, and one that she made me when she thought she was out of the other one. So that's Cheese Delivery. Next is Castle Wolves, and there's not a ton of work put into this. Castle Wolves. And again, I started working the diagonal this way on this. Now this was a wheel spin, but it was just a for fun wheel spin. It wasn't like an Arbitrary August thing. So yeah, but I think I've put this in and now this since you last saw this. The hanged tree. Have I worked on this one? Yes, I have. I have a list here of what I've worked on since I last. So this is where I'm at with the hanged tree. I didn't want to open the chart. I wanted to open the mock-up. So this is another Chris Ortega Hay design. And this is where I'm at with that. You see one of the branches of a tree here, and then another branch of the tree here. So that's where I'm at with that one. Outer Frontier. I'm not going to take this whole thing out. Oh, yeah, I will. Because if this is your first time watching me, you haven't seen this whole thing. Anybody who's been watching me has, but if this is your first time watching one of my videos, you haven't seen this whole thing. So I did show this, I think. Outer Frontier, Chris Ortega. This is the first Heaven and Earth designs I ever started. So I have a decent amount done on this. Yeah. So this is the one I was talking about where I did so I kind of have to scroll on this one because it's big. So this is where I'm at with this. So this is what's left of that long diagonal I had done. And that long diagonal originally was to go, okay, this is, I've stitched kind of down to like this page right here. So if I did a diagonal, this is one of the first times I started playing with diagonal stitching. Like if I wanted to get this on a diagonal, where would I end up knowing that I've completed the page down to here? So I kind of took the diagonal from there, brought it down, and then all the way up to there. And then, so this is the only spot where I haven't met the diagonal yet. And then, so you can see here I've gone past that diagonal because I was going to start doing diagonal pages. And then here I've gone past that diagonal that's kind of into her hair. And then I decided I wanted to finish meeting that diagonal. So this is the work I've put in since you last saw this. So that's kind of where I'm at with this. But you can see I don't have, everywhere I've met that diagonal and gone past it, I don't have lines. So I'm not too horribly concerned about, I'm not going to put this one back on the Q-snap right now. I'll do it after I film. Let me just get the clips back on it. So yeah, so I'm not too concerned about getting major lines stitching that way, just because of my experience with this, where I've got several spots where I've met that long diagonal and haven't gotten lines. Because my tension is such that I'm not that concerned about it, because I do a full cross every time. I don't half, and then back half. Every stitch I do is a full cross at one time. So it keeps a pretty even tension, stitch tension going on that way. This grime guard, this is the extra one. This is the one that all the cat hair on it. I gotta roller this. This is the extra one Lollipop Stitches made me when she thought I was out, when she thought she didn't have the one that's coming up. She's asked, what I'm into, and she looked at her fabric, and this is what she came up with. So that was really awesome of her. I have not worked on this one since the last time you saw it. I have not worked on this one. I have worked on this one. This one is Mermaid. Heaven and Earth Designs. Elena Lazareva is the artist, and this is where I'm at with this. Probably most of the work has been coming down into this diagonal. I probably filled in some here. In fact, I know I filled in some here, and I've gotten things down to this diagonal. But yeah, probably only a couple hundred stitches into this one, just on wheel spins. I didn't want to exit Pattern Keeper. Have I worked on Mystique since you saw it last? Yes. So this is Mystique, Heaven and Earth Designs, and this is where I'm at with this one now. I think I was just to the top of this dark butterfly last time you saw it, so I've gotten more of that that dark butterfly filled in there. And writing my memoirs, I have worked on since you last saw it. And this is the grime guard that she thought was not in stock. So, just these seagulls there. So that, I think that might have been what inspired her to send me the You Go Gull needle minder. But this is writing my memoirs. This is the mock-up. I always show the PDF front page on this to explain why. Oh, that's right. For some reason, the PDF doesn't pull up in there. But if you look at this, I have filled in some here. The ball, start the ball of the sign, and some in here. And I am stitching a black border that is not charted on this, because when you first look at it on the website, it shows a black border that is not charted, and I like how it looks with the black border. Oh, Fly Away. I have worked on Fly Away. So this is Fly Away, artwork by Jessica Elaine. I know I'm missing the artwork on some of these. So the work I have put into this since you last saw it is mostly 939 and 823. So this is where I'm at with this one. And the work I've put in has all been down in here. Which, I don't know about you guys, I don't see a ton of... There's a lot of 8... I mean, I can when I show it on the camera. I can see more difference between 823 and 939 through here. But when I'm looking at it just with my naked eye, I don't see a ton of it. Like, it all just looks like a big block of one color to me, just when I'm looking at it. But now that I'm looking at it through the camera, I can see where this tree is coming in here. But if I look at it just myself, I can barely see that. But that's where I'm at with this one. I actually, this is one of my... I don't love this fabric that it's on. This is a 28 count that I bought at Michael's. But I don't hate it either, and I enjoy working on the piece itself. So it helps me deal with the fabric because I enjoy the piece. What's next? This is Mini Night Cafe, like the only mini I have. That is one of my cats, if you hear that. this is Mini Night Cafe. This is a Leonid Afromov piece, and this was a freebie on the Heaven and Earth Decides Facebook group when there was an evening after the 0809 issues with Heaven and Earth Designs where Michelle, with the permission of the artist, was throwing up a bunch of free charts, and this was one of the free charts I snagged that night. And so this is where I'm at with that. I had made a mistake down here. You can kind of see the remnants of where Floss was. I had made a mistake down here, so I had to frog that out, but then I started working towards a diagonal anyway. So not a ton of work on this, but it's a nice small one. And Once Upon a Fairy Tale I have worked on. I probably don't even need to show the mock-up of this because a lot of people are working on this. Let me go sideways on this. This is Once Upon a Fairy Tale, Annie Stewart, Heaven and Earth Designs. And this is where I am at. Let it focus. So I've put some work in down here, and I have put some work in up here since you last saw this. I have worked on It's About Time. Rotate, thank you. So this is It's About Time. Cyril Marchetti. This one was raked to me by, I believe her name was Kat Williams, in the Heaven and Earth Designs Facebook groups a couple of years ago. And this is where I am at with it. I've mostly put some work in here, working towards a diagonal, getting to a diagonal there. So yeah, that's what I've done on that. I really haven't done much with that. I haven't worked on Audrey. That's another thing. In my last Flosstube video, I think I was talking about how I was going to be working towards a finish on my Audrey Hepburn piece, and that's kind of gone to the wayside. I'm trying to get restacked back up here. Enchanted Glimpse. Yes, I have worked on Enchanted Glimpse. Enchanted Glimpse, artwork by Julie Fain, Heaven and Earth Designs. So this is where I'm at with this. And all the work I have put in has been down here. Like you saw that outline of the girl, of the fairy girl in there. That's when I was initially thinking I might color complete black on it. So I was getting an outline going. QS Arthur, I have not worked on. Gallery of Learning I have, and that's the last one. So the last one is Gallery of Learning by Randall Spangler from Heaven and Earth Designs. If I can find it in Pattern Keeper here. My problem in Pattern Keeper is I don't just have the ones I'm working on, and I basically have everything in there, because when I'm trying to decide what I'm going to work on or what I might want to start, I like to play with, seeing where, like, what's got the most stitches and highlighting it all and seeing where I might start getting into actual non-background stuff. So this is Gallery of Learning, and this is where I'm at with that. I kind of completed the page border here, and I kind of started working this way in here, so I got a little bit more filled in up here, so you can kind of start to see the top of that column and the top of the arch there. And that is everything I have worked on since the last Flosstube video I made. That took longer than I thought it was going to take, because I ramble and lose my way. I'm just going to show you real quick a few of the other Charting Creations designs I picked up. I've always loved this one. I'm happy to finally have it. This is Blossom Blade. Let me see if does the PDF tell me the artist? Artwork by Max Windy on that one. I haven't done that one as a new start yet, because that one corner is like all white, and I didn't want to do all white forever. But if this new way I'm stitching continue to enjoy it, then that makes really any new start possible, because I'm not going to be in background forever, even in my first 1,000 stitches. So the next one does not state an artist, but is called The Epic Battle. And the last one I picked up from Charting Creations is from the same artist as Scotty Goddess of the North, which is Dusan Markovic. And it is called Vikra's Wrath. And I absolutely love this one too. So this is another one I've been kind of itching to start too, because this one and Scotty Goddess of the North, I just really loved this one, and I had to start this one. So that is everything I've worked on. Recent purchases haul, kind of all rolled into one thing instead of separated. I'm going to try, I say this every time, and I'm kind of the boy who cried wolf on this now, getting more regular Flosstube content out there. Oops. But I really do want to. Then I won't have 45-minute videos and 5,000 things to show you every time that I film. Now I'm kind of reinvigorated with my stitching now. I had lost my stitchy bug for a bit, and that's, I think, one of the reasons that I wasn't making another Flosstube video, was because I didn't know where I was at with things. But I'm reinvigorated now, especially with this long diagonal thing. I'm really thinking this is going to work out for me. I'm getting excited on Scotty Goddess of the North now, because I'm almost to the end of that first long diagonal, and then I know I get to go up to the top and kind of come through down things again. It's exciting, and it's gonna. I think it's gonna make other pieces exciting again too. So that's it. When I don't film for a while, I just forget how to end these damn things. I hope you enjoyed this. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, I hope you enjoyed it. Click the subscribe button, bell notification, like button. It all helps with the algorithm. Leave me a comment. Let me know, what you've been working on. What are my pieces you like? Berate me for not making more consistent content. That's okay. Thank you to all my subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you all in the next one, hopefully in no more than a couple of weeks. See you later, Flosstube.